Welcome to the WUG, guys. The WUG Podcast is about that feeling you get in business and life where you have no fear, no doubt, you can't fail. Welcome, guys, to the WUG Podcast. Welcome to the WUG Podcast, guys. I am super excited for episode 2. I never thought in a million years that episode 2 would be here with Madeleine Marr from the Miami Herald. I'm so pumped to have you here. Actually, a little bit nervous. I know. You interview people for a living, and I'm interviewing you. So, here we go.
Yeah, well, I'm not used to being interviewed, so the tables have turned.
Yes, they are. And,
yes.
We spoke about it. I'm not going to go easy on you.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're very welcome.
I think.
You're very welcome. Okay, so just to get that going, let's talk about how we know each other.
For sure.
Okay. First thing right off the bat. Madeleine was married to my high school soccer coach, who was very inspirational to me. And, you know, they have 2 wonderful children together. Tell us a little bit about it.
They are running around right now. Yeah, they're very active. They take after their father, for sure.
One of them's in the pool right now. One of them's, chasing a dog around. So fantastic.
They got his DNA, for sure. Very active children, I will say that. But you know, I deal with them actively too. I don't have the energy that my ex has per se, but we do other pursuits.
We have that in common. We have that. Anyone who's ever been through a divorce knows that it's pretty much the worst thing you can ever go through. It is not fun at all.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I see it as like being a widow, but then like it's a widow with like lawsuits. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry for me. I'm right there with you. Every time I think I roll out of bed, I get another like legal letter. So, yeah, a lot of fun.
No, he's a great dad. On his, he's a great dad. I won't
bust him
begrudge him on that. The girls are fit. I mean, they are fit, man. These kids are. I mean, I don't mess around. My 10-year-old, I will not mess around with that kid. I will not wrestle her. I will not try to lift that kid. I don't cross that kid. She's strong. My 8-year-old, I might be able to take her.
I'll tell you what,
I might be able to take her.
Like I said, I'm a little bit intimidated for this interview because you are one of the most well-respected entertainment journalists.
Thank you.
So let's go right into it, and I want to know what you know about me.
Okay, for sure.
Maybe for just ego purposes.
Now, are you Chris or Christopher?
Oh, wow. That's actually a very personal question to me. I guess I'll go right into it. I don't like being called Chris. I hate it. The people who know me know that, and they call me Christopher. So if you call me Christopher, I know that you're kind of close to me.
Interesting.
I hate Chris.
Interesting.
Hate it.
Really?
Yes.
So when you were growing up, were you always Christopher?
No, I was always, ginger, white boy. I mean, I could go on for days. I'm a kid with red hair who grew up in Miami. I'm telling you, wasn't pretty.
Doesn't happen.
Also, I have 3 first names. It's Christopher, Bryce, Corey. I mean, I was Corey, I was Chris, I was Bryce, I was everything. However, let's go back. Let's go back to it. What do you know about me?
Okay, so obviously I was married to a soccer coach for 10 years-ish. And obviously, through the years I would go to the games, alumni stuff, I would hear from past players, current players, and the coach had a few favorites. I think he had some people that he really kept in touch with as personal friends. People who not only stood out as good players, but I think also outside of soccer, there was a personal connection. So he had mentioned you were one of them. I would say one of maybe 5 or possibly maybe just, I would say a handful, So I was aware of you for for a number of years, you know?
Before we ever met.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I don't think because we actually just met.
Recently.
Yes.
I know.
We connected, but
we did.
When I've heard of you, I didn't actually meet you, so I really only heard about your soccer playing abilities, which I hear are quite advanced.
Not anymore. I promise you, not anymore.
I doubt that. If you got out there, you probably could pick it up quickly, right?
Not really. I basically have the knees of like a 60-year-old man at this point. But you know what? As your ex-husband would tell you, I was never scared to go into any kind of tackle, any kind of whatever. I think that was my value to any team I played on. But what I did like about how we connected was that I just always saw you with these very impressive people, and you just always looked super calm, super professional, and I was just in awe as how the hell does she know all these people? Like, this is crazy. And what this podcast is about is the WUG, which is a word I made up. Yeah, I made it up. It's an acronym for What's Up Guys, which was an Instagram thing I was doing for a while. But the WUG is that moment in business and life where you have no doubt, you have no fear, you have absolutely tunnel vision to success. Anything you do when you're in that zone is successful. And that's what I love to talk about, because I just feel like 90% of the success of professionals comes from that zone. So I'd really love to hear from somebody like you, who, by the way, you can ask Camilla. Like, I always love pointing out Camilla, that before you got here, again, super nervous, super intimidated. So I'd love to hear your perspective on that, like that zone, that feeling.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting concept that you bring up. I love that. I can sense that from you, and I can, and I don't know what it is about me that I could kind of like suss out a situation, and like I'm sussing you out immediately, and I think we connected like immediately. Like at the door. It was done. Like I had really met you, and it was like
done. Yeah.
It was great, and I'm really happy I'm here, and I often wonder myself. How did I get here? Like the Talking Heads song. I wonder too, because I look at my colleagues and I think sometimes I'm like, how am I in this like crazy business? And it's not just because of our current political climate. I mean, I've always wanted to be in media. I've always been interested in it, but there's something about a connection with people, and I think that you have to be really kind of like tuned in immediately. Like it's work. I think you need to put the work in, at least suss someone up and then figure some stuff out and then ask a lot of questions and then really engage. Don't just pretend to be interested. That's not going to get you anywhere. Like really try to delve into what this person is doing, and then you can like be interested. And I that's what I love about being a journalist, is like I'm really interested. Like if you're digging ditches, I want to know why. Like, what do you do for 8 hours? Like, what is this person doing? So
the WUG though, like that is an incredible answer. That's why you're successful. I want to know that rush, that when does that come? That feeling, that like absolute fearlessness. When does it come for you?
That's a great question. I mean, you're asking really good questions. I think you should be a journalist. I think that you really need to be just completely present.
Oh, I love that. Not distracted, not thinking about the million other things, just present, just there, that moment.
Yeah.
I love that. No one's ever answered that question like that. That's badass, and I'm allowed to say badass. and I'm allowed to say fuck, and I love that.
Yes.
Okay. So now that you've answered that question, the best that I've ever heard it answered, since I've passed this idea around to a ton of people, and they said it was a horrible idea, which is normally what happens when you pass around, a new venture idea. I want to play a game. Okay. So, and I hope you're willing. But if you're not, you're not.
Always.
Okay. Both of our phones are on the table. For the rest of this podcast, if either one goes off, we have to be honest about what that text or what that call is.
Okay.
So if it's a call, who it was. If it's a text, what they said. Are you game?
Love it.
Really?
Damn straight.
Woo!
Damn straight.
I think I'm more scared than you are.
I have my phone on silent, but let me see.
Mine's definitely on silent. But
interesting.
This is on the honor code here. This is on the honor code. Like, I am definitely terrified. But let's do it. All right. So, but I need you to confirm that you're game for this.
This could get
really bad. Really bad.
I would, yes. Venture to say.
All right. So, you in?
Totally.
Okay. Love it. Okay. So, I've looked at some of the people that you've interviewed or you've been in the presence of. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to lie, I really just was blown away. Mm-hmm. I love to spend some time with that person.
Yeah.
Just couldn't resist asking you these questions.
For sure.
All right, so Pierce Brosnan.
Aw.
007.
Yes.
I mean, who doesn't have a man crush on that guy? Yes,
No.
I just said man crush.
Nobody.
Get over it.
Nobody.
What's he? Can I ask you what's he like?
I love that he's married to a plus size model because I'm when I have diet issues, I'm like, at least Pierce Brosnan is with a plus size woman. No. Okay, so we can talk about him. He was amazing. He was one of my favorites. I don't like to pick favorites. I've interviewed, I did the People page for 10 years. I'm still doing celebrities with the Miami Herald. And I've been to countless press junkets and, these premieres and red carpets. And I mean, I would say
she's being so humble right now. If you follow her on Facebook, you see her with every celebrity that's visiting Miami. I have no idea how you have that kind of network, how you built it. I have no clue, but congratulations for that, because when I'm just a sales guy. So as you know, because I reached out to you about this podcast, and I've reached out to you and everybody else. You've built an incredible network. But Pierce Brosnan, does he have an energy around him that an energy of just success, chivalry? I want to know if he's 007, basically.
So I met Pierce Brosnan for his it was not a 007 movie. I'd have to check what movie it was. He was a spy. Really cool spy movie. I don't think they made a sequel out of it. They were going to. It had a weird name. It had a one named title. If you can look it up.
I'm a movie guy, and I can't believe I can't remember this. He's been doing a lot of different movies these days.
It was maybe 3 years ago.
Did he have?
He timed everything with the clock. The Foreigner.
Awesome.
He was amazing in that. Yeah. He was amazing in that movie. It was filmed in Eastern Europe. There were so many amazing stunts in that movie. I think they said more than half the budget was spent just on the stunts over the cast and everything. And they cast a virtual unknown as his he was the mentor and who kind of turned on him. really good chemistry. I would hope they make a sequel. That movie was amazing. So when you get called by the publicist for the movie, and the studio sets up with this press day, and they kind of like give you the, you got to see the movie, which is fine. You see the movie the night before, and then you meet them in some hotel, like Mandarin. Usually the Mandarin, I think it was the Soho Beach House, actually. Beautiful view. And, you get the notes about the movie and like the production and all this stuff, and they keep it pretty tight. Like, don't ask him personal questions about his wife, and they kind of keep it like, and they're like, no selfies of any kind. And I'm like, oh, that sucks, because I loved him from.
Probably take a selfie before one of our phones goes off, and like then everything gets into it. Here, wait.
Let's do a selfie.
Here, will you take a picture? This is Camilla, by the way. Everyone, if she gets in the shot.
Camilla.
Yay!
She's pretty awesome.
Behind the scenes shots.
She's pretty awesome.
She is pretty awesome.
She is.
She is pretty awesome. Actually,
she keeps this whole operation together.
When I interviewed Camilla, she made fun of me within like the first 5 minutes of the interview, and I was like, done. That's awesome.
She's a keeper.
Yeah. By the way, I hate to call you out, but I am in sales, and I asked you a question, and that was like one of the greatest pivots I've ever heard. Because you pivoted away from actually answering the question. So we will move on, because
I definitely was
pivoting.
Yes, digressing.
It's called a pivot, and you know what? It was a good one. If you weren't sitting with the salesman, like, you absolutely would have had them done.
You're like the best interviewer I've ever had.
So the real problem I have is, like, I have a few other people on my notes that you've interviewed, and I'm not gonna ask those questions now because you're a pretty good pivoter.
Try me again.
Nah, because the next one I have a very strong feeling about.
Please try me again.
David Beckham. That's one.
He smelled really good.
People say that he smells like cookies or something. Like, what is that? Cookies.
He smells like Toll House cookies.
I'll tell you what, I don't disagree. My brothers have met him. They're all about him. They're all about the Miami MLS thing. And, my sister-in-law says he smells like cookies. I don't doubt it.
He's a god.
A god.
Oh,
He was. You know what I loved about him on the soccer field? Is that he had creativity. He was also like, tough. He had balls, too. That's what I loved. Because I couldn't, as your ex-husband probably told you, like, I didn't really have talent. All I had is that I'll run into you as fast as I can, as hard as I can, and that was it.
Okay, you're a little too charming. You're very humble. Stop.
Ooh.
You are obviously a very skilled soccer player.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
I don't take compliments, but
let's see the clips. Let's see the clip. Let's roll. No. Let's roll the tape.
If you want to talk about who's talented, is my two twin boys who are 8. I showed
you. So you're kind of pivoting a little bit.
I was definitely pivoting, but that was a good pivot.
Yes.
Yeah, talking about kids.
Because they're so cute.
Listen,
and I just saw the video, and they are amazing.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. That's why it was a good pivot, because I had already showed you the.
Yes.
If you really want to see me pivot, I'll pivot all day. That's what I do for a living. Oh, wait till I spin.
Pivot.com.
Pivot.com, baby.
You better check if that website's taken.
I have no doubt that David Beckham smells like Toll House cookies. No doubt. Absolutely not. I bet you he does.
Yeah. But Posh is all over
3
that.
3 years ago, I actually filmed a little whatever. Somebody filmed me saying, don't do this. Get out of Miami. It's too complicated. Miami's too complicated. This is just not the right place for you. And here we are 4 years later, and nothing's happened. Nothing. It's all PR. It's all crap. And I'm pretty sure you can't say anything about it because you probably wrote about it. But I think that it is an absolute failure. And I get a lot of crap for that opinion because my two brothers are like David Beckham. I don't even know what you would call them. Like, huge supporters.
And they play soccer as well?
They did.
They did.
Actually, they both were under Hart, your ex-husband.
So 3 Kids
There were
playing
3.
soccer?
Actually, I'm going to mention him because I think it's amazing. My youngest brother, I think, still owns a shutout record as a goalkeeper at Columbus High School. Boom! Columbus.
Hey, Columbus.
And he honestly was not the most athletic guy ever.
Wow.
But he did it based on willpower. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. So let's go. David Beckham, Miami, MLS. You wanted me to ask. Give it to me.
I mean, it's a slow process, dude. I mean, I'm just like, let's get this go. I mean, God bless him, though. I mean, if he can get this thing done, I'm going to get religious because, if he can do this, that's he's getting through so much red tape.
Do you support it? Yes or no?
Oh, for sure.
You do?
For sure. Wow. For sure. Bring it. We would. I think Miami would benefit. I mean, our infrastructure's a little tough. I'm not really able to comment too much because the paycheck comes twice a month, so I need to.
You.
No, but
I got you.
But
I can't believe neither one of our phones have rang. Like nothing.
Oh my god, no one calls because of like an.
I can't believe neither one.
Can you call me? Here, I'll call. I'll call you.
Okay.
My daughter doesn't even call me. She's like out in your pool.
Yeah, I know.
My daughters are just like so happy out there. They're gonna move in.
I'm so happy that they're having a good time.
Are people eating dinner because no one's stalking me? This is good.
We ordered them chicken kitchen, right?
Oh, they're good to go. They got the pool. They got the chicken. They're good.
Good.
I sometimes just get weird calls from like publicists,
guys like me who are like
no,
searching for free
PR.
That's what we do. I think I pitched you.
What is the PR you want?
I think I've pitched you like complete garbage before. To be honest.
What do you seek?
Yeah. You're just like.
What do you seek?
I don't know. I'm just trying to do the best I'm in advertising, so I was trying to do the best for my clients. But
well, to be honest, you are a fascinating person right now.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
You're an interesting person. Because of where you live. I mean, there is that element, and I it's never going to go away. And we know this. You live in OJ's Miami house. It's never going to go away. It's never not going to be OJ's house. It's never not going to be that.
I don't know if I like that one.
Sorry.
No, I love it because.
But that's what you signed up for.
But at the same time, yeah, it was OJ's house. Now it's mine.
That's right. It's Christopher's house.
Ooh,
it's Christopher's house.
I love that you picked up on that.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Well, it's my brother's name as well.
I know. It's a weird little pet peeve I have, and no one knew that until now that it's.
Well, make sure you call him Christopher, please.
Actually,
you've never? Oh, go ahead.
No.
No, I was just curious if you've had any, because we spoke about the house before Halloween. We were joking about that, but you've had any, and you told me you got some mail. You still get mail for OJ.
Not as much.
And he's never reached out to you in any way, right? And do you ever think that he might? Do you ever, like, late at night, or you ever lying in your bed and it's like 4 a.m. and you're like, do you think he might come back for the safe that's like buried under the floorboards or something?
People have made that joke before.
Yeah.
That I should spend some time digging up the yard looking for a safe. And honestly, I just don't think it's on his radar. I don't think he cares. Mm-hmm. So that's great because I love the property. I love, what it does for my kids. And, it's cool.
Have you ever vigorously dug through it?
No. Never. As I told you, I work a lot. So. Mm-hmm. I don't have time to go through with a metal detector or whatever.
And there's no creaky floorboards.
No. I just I grew up 2 miles that way. My parents are amazing people. My family are amazing people. They're hardworking. And one day I said I really want to have a dream home, and I pictured a home that looks kind of like this one. So Camilla just said we have 5 minutes. So. Okay. Now I'm going to stop talking about, my dreams, and we're going to play a quick 5-minute game.
You are too good.
Ready? It's true, false. You can answer only true, false, and they're going to be weird, awkward questions because that's entertaining. Mm-hmm. Okay? Ready? Mm-hmm. Number 1. Am I a handsome Irish guy? True or false?
Very much, yes.
Wow.
True.
Now your turn.
True.
On. True.
All right. I ask a question?
Yeah, come on.
Am I an attractive Scottish lass?
True. So now we're being nice. So let's go true.
My family's
false
from Scotland.
the other way.
The fun part, right?
Now let's like
this is the stuff that gets the clicks, right?
We were just
okay, I gotcha.
No, I don't want clicks. I want
page views.
Rawness.
Page views.
Does it suck? True, false. Does it suck to have guys like me reach out to you with stories all the time?
No.
False.
False.
Or true. Right. Got it.
Not in any way at all. It doesn't suck at all.
Oh, it doesn't suck?
It's just part of my existence. This is what I signed up for.
All right. One more my way, and then we're going to close. Make it good.
Okay. Do you have any regrets? Oh, I'm sorry. Not major question. True or false? You're right. True or false? You got me. Would you like to be a world famous executive? I don't know. Giving OG tours when you're 75?
I absolutely love the fact that was difficult for like one of the best journalists ever.
Well, he's giving me wine too.
I absolutely. Why do you think? Like,
but you're throwing curveballs,
I was
dude.
Intimidated. I'm gonna get her boozed up, so I have a little bit of an advantage.
Curveball.
Absolutely.
What?
Tell me. All right. So we have like what? 2 minutes? 3 minutes? Oh, we got 3 minutes. Boom. I love it.
You want to chime in? I feel like a millennial could really give us the shot. But you're like young too. What? No, are you going to be giving like OG tours when you're like 70? Because that could be your business when it's all over. Do you want to just turn this into a museum?
If that's my business when I'm 75, I will tell you that I would have hung them up. In soccer, we would have said, hang the cleats up. Because that is not what I foresee for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. I want to end with something that I'm just going to come right out of my head because it's not there yet. But what is it like to be around all these celebrities and still stay so calm? But I really want to know what it's like. Because for me, I say this all the time. Before we go on air, I'm a nervous wreck. But then once we get here, it's game time. Same thing as when I was an athlete. Mm-hmm. So what is it like when you're hanging out with these crazy celebrities, but you look like, hey, this is a Tuesday, dude?
I hear you. I grew up in New York City. I started riding the subway when I was like 11 years old. I mean, honestly, nothing phases me anymore. I mean, if this guy, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, Denzel
Washington, he got me.
Woo!
I got one guy.
I love that.
That guy, I was a puddle.
Whoa, I love that.
And that was the only one.
I love that.
Because I respect that guy so much.
I love that.
And I've seen every movie, and I just think he's amazing. And you know what? He's all that. He's all that.
I chase that feeling all the time. That's what I want. I chase that nervous feeling because I know if I have it, then I'm doing the right thing.
I think you're right.
I chase it. And you do too. I think you do too.
I think you're too charming.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that was complimentary. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
I
think you should
You
drink.
agree?
Not really. How much time do we got? We're done. Thank you guys.
She's calm.
Yeah, she's always
She's calm.
She's super serious all the time.
I think she calms me down.
Listen, dude, I have no idea how she does what she does, how she stays so serious all the time.
Seriously, though.
Thank you guys for watching the WUG Podcast. Madeleine Marr, Thank you so much.
Read the Miami Herald. Get the print version.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't get.
So
give
it's
you a
like
chance to plug.
$90 for Sundays, but I'm just joking. No, it's really cheap. You can just get a subscription, and it comes out to like mere pennies to find out about what Trump's doing and not doing, and
Awesome.
read your papers.
Read the Miami Herald, guys.
Read print.
Plug.
Read local.